Hungary, Hungary, Hungary. It was a football game, but it seems like it was more like Hunger Games because they looked like they went out there to kill. They looked really good against Portugal, but flunked out in the end, lost the game 3-0. And we thought that they exerted all their energy and they won't have anything left in the tank to play the current world champions, France. But when you really think about Hungary, though, before we talk about the France-Hungary match, they're very unlucky to be drawn in the group of death with Portugal, the reigning champions, 2014 World Cup champions Germany, and the 2018 World Cup champions France. Like, how unlucky could you get? But Hungary, I think what they got going for them is that brilliant home crowd, 60+ thousand screaming fans. That has to help. I know home advantage has not really been helpful for most teams, like Denmark comes to mind, but these stadiums are not at full capacity. The Puskás Arena in Budapest is at full capacity, packed to the rafters, and it helps. It's like a 12-man for the Hungarian team because they went out there and they believed in themselves. They did against Portugal and almost pulled off the draw. Remember, they drew with Portugal back in 2016, and they came into this game against the world champions and took the lead. Amazing. Fiola with the goal. French defense switching off. I think Pavard has to do better. Varane has to do better. Kimpembe, to a lesser extent, has to do better. Lloris, you can't blame him. You got to give Fiola a bit of credit there for his smart finish. 1-0. At the halftime break, 1-0. And France had to chase the game. They don't have to. They haven't found themselves in this position a lot of times since they won the World Cup. They have been imperious. They have been very, very good. And they're one of the most difficult teams to play against. As we know, they're the world champions. Look at the team. Look at the lineup. Look at the manager, who embodies a champion spirit as well, winning the World Cup, winning the Euros. But the Magyars, the mighty, the magical Magyars, they stayed in the match and they fought well. They frustrated France. They didn't allow them to be comfortable and relax and have time on the ball to put the shots where they wanted to. Hence the reason why Mbappe and Benzema and the forwards, the other forwards in Griezmann, Pogba with a shot from distance, they had to snatch at everything because the Hungarians won't let them settle. And you got to give Hungary the props here for this very spirited, resilient, and pragmatic approach they took to this match. France, just a lack of quality in the final third, I think, and a moment where they switched off for that Fiola goal. They had to fight back. Ousmane Dembele came on and he looked good, and I think his introduction actually helped in, giving France the boost they needed to get a goal back. And it wasn't until Hungary kind of got a bit relaxed. They had a free kick. They took the free kick, and Lloris with a quick release and the bounce of the ball caught out the Hungarian player, and Mbappe was able to bring it down and work his magic and square the ball. Willy Orban with a foot to it. Just like in the first game against Portugal, right? Willy Orban always getting a foot to it. Fell nice to Griezmann, who scored. But France had their opportunities to win this game. Hungary needed just a little bit of luck, and they got it. And they were able to breach a French defense that came into the game, I think, on about 5 straight clean sheets. Got to give it to Marco Rossi and his boys, man. The Jalais, the Salais, and Jalai, the captain, who had to go off with a concussion. He was replaced by Nikolic, who came on and did a good job. The goalkeeper, Gulaski, man, he has been big for this team, pulling off save after save after save. And it was a courageous performance by the Hungarian team. And I think they deserved the point. Or the Hungarian fans may think that they deserved even more 3 points. But I think it's a fair result, 1-1. And for France, they have been tested. And it'll be a good thing for them as well, seeing that they don't just get a nice little walkthrough of the group and they just step all over everyone and just go through the tournament unscathed. It's nice to see them tested. And for them, it could be a very good thing. You can't always look at the negatives. You always have to look at some positives. So France tripped up Portugal in the driver's seat now. They play France in their final game of the group. And it's going to be a very, very mouth-watering contest to see who goes on to top the group. Could well be Germany. You never know if Germany win their game against Portugal and then beat Hungary, and then France and Portugal play to a draw, then Germany tops. So this group is well poised. Hungary could well beat Germany and get a place into the next round. So this group is well poised, and that is why it's called the group of death. It's also the group of uncertainty, because right now we are uncertain to who's going through. Very uncertain. Hungary have kept themselves alive. And today, if Germany able to pick up a point or 3, they would keep themselves alive as well. So very, very brilliant group, man. There's also the you got to look at the round of 16, who you play. If you top the group, you would actually go on to play one of the third place teams from, I think, I can't remember the groups, but one of the third place teams. And if you come in second here in this group, you would play the group winner from England, Czech Republic, Scotland, and Croatia's group. So it's in the balance right now. I think Hungary has just put this group in the balance, and that's what we needed. We want this competition to be entertaining. We don't want it to be too predictable. And even though I predicted a win for France, it ended up being a draw, a 1-1 draw. Take your hats off, Hungary. You know, you did good. You did good. You did good. You did good. Gotta give it to you. Gotta give it to you. Definitely gotta give it to you, man. Respect. And Germany has to be very, very careful in their final game against Hungary. So, guys, that's just my quick thoughts. I will be back later with the live streams where I will elaborate some more. But I think France could have did a lot better. Benzema should have finished his chance. Mbappe should have finished his. But you also got to give credit to the Hungarian defense and the goalkeeper. So, 1 point in the bag. All the best in the next game. The France-Portugal match, as I said, would be one to look forward to. And let's see how things work out. Guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Just a quick review, quick reaction. Euro 2020 daily content for your head tops. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you like it. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.